I'm going to take these door cards out and give them a bit of a retrim so that they match the turbo seats that we've got in there. So, g'day and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be fixing cracked door cards. These have been sitting in the sun for the last 38 years and they're all cracked and pretty haggard underneath this. So we're going to be fixing them up like new, be something like this. And another thing that I've done is I've added the additional little armrest to this, and I'll show you how all that's been done. So for something like this, you are going to need a few little things. This is an industrial stapler, but I don't think you need one of these. Maybe you can just get those like silver ones that you have at school that you used to shoot each other with. You're gonna need some door cards, some hot glue. I was using this spray adhesive, but it's actually not that good. So I don't know if I'd recommend this, to be honest. But yeah. Staples, nuts and bolts. And oh yes, obviously the most important part. Some vinyl in your chosen color. Obviously this is just from Clark Rubber. I bought this much for 20 bucks, and this is more than enough to do just those top sections of the door cards. So other little things that you'll probably need: a little flathead screwdriver, a pair of pliers just to take out old staples and stuff, a hammer to bang down the staples if you need, little electrical components, because whilst you've got the door cards off, it's really good to repair and fix these while you're at it. So getting the wiring diagrams for these has been honestly the most tricky part about this whole situation, especially if you've got an old car. Those little bits of plastic, they're pretty brittle and they just snap right up, so be prepared to fix some of that. Another thing that I did was I fixed this switch and the little plastic tab holding this little switch on snapped off on one side, so all I've done is just smashed a screw in there. It's super glue. But if it's stupid but it works, then it's not stupid, is it? So there's that. What I've done, so I've trimmed off this side here. I've drilled my holes so that I can put my next little bracket piece, armrest thing holder on here. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use the factory edge, because my edge is cut terribly. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fold it over here, so we're working inside out to this. So what I'm going to do, staple, 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 and then we'll fold it back over, and that should give us a pretty clean edge. Oh mate, that's bloody beautiful. I am a big fan of that. Next step would be to cut off this excess stuff, get some quick grip, spray that on, and then put a dollop of glue along this edge here, and then tuck it inside. These are the old ones, and believe it or not, oh shit, they're the new ones. That wasn't meant to happen. The plan was to repair this just using the same back, but now I might have to actually swap the backing card out of that. So this quickly became a bigger job than it needed to be. Much like every job on this cruiser, I'm finding. Another thing that I've noticed is that when you take these little rails off, these little things here, even the little lock plastic holder thing around it, these are actually possible to take off without breaking. They do actually have a little tab there and there that you can flick out and preserve that. On the one I pulled off before, they actually have a silver trim. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking the best parts of both door cards and making one really nice set. This rail here as well, the silver trim, you cannot buy these anymore, so you really want to preserve them. And essentially on the back of it, this is the other one that I took off, but they have these little, same again as the little door lock plastic piece, these have these little things that slot into the slots, then you reach behind and you bend them backwards to hold them in. So instead of just ripping it off, come underneath, and on this back side here you'll find those little tabs, you can unfold them. Because this is the door card that I'm keeping, and the good thing about this is it actually already fits my door, so I don't have to readjust any of these holes. And the reason I've kept this little piece here on is because that's only being held on by fabric. If I could be bothered, to be fair, if I wanted to do this right, I would actually just buy a whole new card like this, trace it all out and redraw the holes and everything, but I can't be bothered. I don't really want this to take a year, so I'm just doing what I can to get it done, you know. The good thing is these match up fairly accurately, not perfectly. So these things here are actually 70 series armrests, and usually they have little magnets that just clip on to the metal. Unfortunately, because we've just put this other thing on, that will no longer work. So I've devised a little bracket system where I've just put some brackets into these bolts on the bottom, and then I've used these as a sort of a guideline. And the good thing about this is this top part is actually metal, so it's not wood. So plan is drill some holes through there, line them up, put some bolts on the other side, a little bit of rubber, and should be away laughing. Alright, so we've got a little side quest. Putting this door card back on. Obviously the wood around this one is broken up, so I've just got some tape and that'll hold it enough to go back on this door. Another thing that I would highly recommend, go on eBay and buy an assorted box of whatever these things are. It's like 12 bucks, and this has like saved me so many times, it's crazy. So this is the final product of what I've managed to create, and I'm pretty happy with it. All these switches work. Managed to put one of the old armrests on, which I'm pretty happy with, and the only problem that I did have was that I started by putting this armrest back here, and so it actually, where I drilled it in, actually left a little hole, and I couldn't leave it there because the little door lock thing was stuck in there. So bit of a shame. Didn't really feel like doing it again, but it's a good little pencil holder or flower holder or something, I don't know. Can't have it perfect, otherwise, you know, you will be scared to break it. So, and these are the back ones. Little bit of air bubble around there, but I'm not too fussed about it. I'm really happy with how that's turned out. Yep. I'd recommend the Gorilla Glue or the hot glue gun over that like spray-on adhesive, because it's actually not as strong as it says it is. Other than that, we've got a bit more little videos, projects coming out on the little things that I've done to this truck. So stay tuned for that and subscribe if you want to be notified about those. And yeah, I will also be putting out a full video on how to do a 2-pack 2-tone paint job, very similar to this, for under 2,000 Australian dollars. So that's how much I managed to do it for, and I was very surprised. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And if you don't like paint like this and you prefer Raptor coat, then I've also done a Raptor coating paint job on our double-decker bus for under 3,000 Australian dollars. So if you want to learn how to Raptor coat or you want to learn how to two-tone, this is the channel for you. So thanks for watching. Again, if you want to stop by and support the shop, grab one of these t-shirts, mahimedia.au. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. See you soon.